Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the New York Giants. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Set, ready, 10 logo. Get that ball, D. Get that ball. 80 weapons. Ball, get ball. Check 43.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
61, match box, lights. Tackle. 50.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, the spark that ignited the Cowboys-Giants rivalry goes back to 1960 when Dallas's first head coach and former New York Giants assistant Tom Landry brought his 0-10 rookie squad into Yankee Stadium. That game would finish a 31-31 tie, the only non-loss in the expansion Cowboys' first season. 6 decades later, still one of the most heated rivalries in the NFL. Heck, even Cowboys head coach Jason Garrett spent 3 seasons in a Giants uniform. And Dallas leads the overall series, including the last 4 meetings. Now Jones, throwing on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Elliott trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Right there in the middle. 55. Ready? 25. Check 25. Check. 47.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Check 55 for Mike. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Gun. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. This to Jarwin. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Hey, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Going to run the jet sweep. Callaway with it. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Here we go. Line in. Check 55, Mike. You don't want it. Pick up the ball.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Blake Jarwin there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch the 6-6. Pull it high. Ready?
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
15. First down, New York.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line. I got it. Hit it.
On first down, Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
First down, Giants.
58, 58, come on. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. 58, come on. Go. Come on. Check pass. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Blue draw, Corker.
On the draw, this is Barkley. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up. Big end, big end, big end. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Saquon Barkley running right. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, we see so many good battles in the NFC East, and Cowboys and Giants, they rarely disappoint. They didn't disappoint last year. Cowboys got the better of the Giants both times. Week 2, 20-13, and then in Week 17, a thriller, 36-35. That was a game where Dak Prescott threw 4 touchdown passes. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Check 31. Check 31.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Now. Say go.
Now Jones. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown Giants. Evan Ingram, 35 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. PAT up and good by Rosas, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. No running room for Zeke on first down as he'll maybe get a yard out of that. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll try the right side with Elliott. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Here we go. Here we go, 46.
I know he ain't got it. 47's the mic, boy.
46.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. And don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in. High school.
Callaway, incomplete. Jabril Peppers on the cover.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 51 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Forbath, the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards.
Protein spill. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54.
Off play action. Jones nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. On the run, it's Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey, exit.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Let's put that team on the clock. He's checking.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run with Barkley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, and with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Check 3. Check 3. 218. Chop. 5. 80 weapon. Snap.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check it out, read.
Hey, kill. 47. Then we're going to 53. 26.
They go to Elliott again. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League.
Here we go. Here we go. 46.
You better bring it. 29 is Mike. Mike, 29. All right, T, let's try. All right, T. 29.
26.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Cooper's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 44-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Here we go. 46.
Shift. Switch.
26.
Again, it's Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Watch the pass. Here we go. Check 55. Check 55 to Mike. Watch the slant.
Prescott from the gun. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line.
Kill! 47.
A first down throw for Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dayon Buchanan coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Mike 55. You must be under. 55, Mike, guy, 55.
Now Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Back to you.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Check.
That's taken in by Callaway. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
We got 3.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Blake Jarwin. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Forbath able to convert the extra point. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Hey, Delta.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Okay, double up. Mike 54.
Go.
54. Hey.
Get it.
Jones operating from the gun. Finds his tight end Ingram. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Go.
I got him.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. It's hauled in by Shepard. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Arlington. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Check 49. 61. Matchbox lights. Big Griffin.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. The Giants on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Jones from the gun. He'll throw. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On 4th down, Jones. Catch made by Slayton. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. On 1st and 10, Prescott. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Antonio Callaway, 42 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Forbath, the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. On 1st down, Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Jones. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, orbit. Now.
Jones now throwing on 4th down. And Ingram hauls it in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. Jones now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Barkley on 1st down, running into a wall as he's stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. The season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to let this into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. The 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 97 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on 2nd down. Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? And he said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They've gone to the 4th up in Seattle. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
On the ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward. Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Hey, 58 is the Mike. Going 58 is the Mike. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Looking to throw. Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here's Austin. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.